Hey everybody, it's Rich of Two Guys Tech. Today on the show, we're going to take a look at the Meshify C White TG case made by Fractal Design. The Meshify C White TG case was released in mid-March 2018 and is a mid-sized ATX case that supports ATX, MATX, and ITX motherboards. Oh, and TG stands for tempered glass, in case you were wondering. This is a white colored variant of the Meshify C line of cases that also comes in black with options for dark tinted glass, clear glass, and solid side panels. The case sports the same great angular design on the front bezel that is distinct to the Meshify product line. The case has great storage options with a removable tray for up to 3 2.5-inch SSDs behind the motherboard and 2 2.5 or 3.5 disk trays below in the basement. Speaking of the basement, this case features a full-length Psu Shroud that has a removable opening towards the front to support the installation of a full-length 360mm radiator. The case supports up to 7 fans total, with 3 120 or 2 140mm up front, 2 120 or 140mm up top, 1 120mm in back, and lastly 1 120mm fan in the bottom. If you put 7 fans in this case, it's going to sound like a vacuum. Don't do that. Having all these fan options also means great options for water cooling as well, with up to a 360mm or 280mm rad up front, up to a 240mm rad up top, and a 120mm rad in the back. All that airflow passes through 3 separate filters. There's an easily removable magnetic screen up top, a removable screen tray on the bottom, and lastly the foam filter built into the front bezel. On a side note, the top and bottom filters are easy to remove and clean, but to properly clean the filter in the bezel, you'll need to remove, unscrew, and blow it out. Since that's where a majority of your air intake will be, expect that to be a minor hassle. Cable management is a breeze with Velcro straps in the cable raceway in the back and ample grommets and cutouts to pass cables through. Lastly, the case supports up to 170mm ATX power supply, which is ample space for most anything that's on the market. My initial impressions of the case is that it's really stunning. That angular metal black grille up front and the white case stand in really strong contrast and look really nice. I was also surprised to see that the case is more rectangular vertically than lengthwise. And so if you're planning on putting a full-length graphics card and a wide or thick radiator up front, you might have to check your clearance issues. We bought this case to use in our next water cooling build for the channel, and with a full-length graphics card and a slim fit radiator, we had no clearance issues. Also, at the time of filming, we bought the case for $80, which for the features and the options that this case brings is a great deal. All right, thanks for watching. What's your take on the Fractal Design Meshify C White tempered glass case? Is this something you could see building your next computer out of? Let us know in the comments below. Also, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out and keeps us making these videos. You can find us on Twitter at 2GuysTech and me personally at 2GuysTechRich. Also, there's a link in the description if you want to take a look at the case. Thanks again for watching.